Everything just changed. The market for elite wings, who the Nuggets have as a target to improve on their roster, went way up after Desmond Bane was traded today, netting 5 first-round picks from the Orlando Magic. Amy Sutherland here for Nuggets Digest. Before we jump into talking about all of the nitty-gritty details of this trade and the implications it has for the Denver Nuggets, please hit the subscribe button and join our Nuggets Digest community. Every subscription seriously matters to us, so hit the subscribe button and join us. Desmond Bane today was traded from the Memphis Grizzlies to the Orlando Magic, and in return, the Grizzlies got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, and 5 first-round picks. When I first got the notification about this trade, I hardly believed that Desmond Bane netted this much trade value from the Grizzlies. Obviously, the Magic were pursuing a player like Desmond Bane to surround Paolo Banchero and the Wagner twins with more depth and more talent. And honestly, getting rid of Cole Anthony and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was probably a definite upside for them. But Desmond Bane getting 5 first-round picks and 2 players seems like insanity to me. Let's break down why. Desmond Bane last season averaged only 19 points per game. He only averaged 6 rebounds per game and 5 assists per game. However, he was shooting about 50% from the field and 40% from the three-point line. These are great percentages. However, when compared to Michael Porter Jr., he is about his equal. Desmond Bane is more physical than Michael Porter Jr. and seemingly more consistent. However, when comparing their percentages and the types of shots they're taking, they are almost equivalent. Michael Porter Jr. has just slightly better statistics than that Desmond Bane. But who is going to want Michael Porter Jr.? As we've talked about in all of these videos, we're unsure. Nobody is coming after Michael Porter Jr. From an outsider's perspective, nobody's reporting on these things. It does not seem that any team is pursuing Michael Porter Jr. like Desmond Bane was being pursued. It could be Desmond Bane's contract is less money. They would have more space to add more to their rosters. But this trade value is crazy. So the Grizzlies will be getting a first-round pick in this upcoming NBA draft, the 16th selection. They will be getting a first-round pick in the 2026 draft and a first-round pick in 2028 and 2030, and then the pick swap will be in 2029. This is trades that are in the near future and the distant future. Concerning news for the Denver Nuggets to hear and Denver Nuggets fans to hear, because we do not have any trades to make, any picks to trade in the near future for anybody like Desmond Bane. And because teams are not pursuing Michael Porter Jr. as they did Desmond Bane, his trade likelihood is almost 0. Desmond Bane versus Michael Porter Jr., honestly, I'd be curious to see them play one-on-one. Michael Porter Jr. has a definite height advantage, so I bet he'd win. But when you compare their game, they are almost equivalent. And no team is going to give as much value as they did for Desmond Bane to the Denver Nuggets as a trade for Michael Porter Jr. Desmond Bane also was traded for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Cole Anthony. As a Nuggets fan, it is disheartening. It is depressing, discouraging, every negative emotion that you can feel to know and look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's statistics from last season. KCP was a great player for the Los Angeles Lakers, helped them win a championship, came to the Denver Nuggets, and was just a force of consistency and defensive prowess and energy and effort. And after he got traded and got paid with a 3-year, $66 million contract, he has been a disappointing addition for the Magic. He averaged only 8.7 points per game, 2.2 assists per game, 2.2 rebounds per game, and almost just 2 assists per game. This is, I read, his worst statistic since his rookie season. As I said, this is disappointing to see, also encouraging to see, because as a Nuggets fan, I'm wanting players to leave the Denver Nuggets and not be as successful, because the Denver Nuggets are a team where people can come and be successful. KCP, you could have been successful on the Denver Nuggets. I swear, I know that he could have stayed on the Denver Nuggets and not had this same drop off and decrease. I'm unsure if it is because of his age, because of the team, because of the place he was put in the team. Hopefully, as he moves to the Grizzlies, he can have more of an impact, maybe go back to his defensive prowess and be able to help them that way. In this trade, the Grizzlies also received Cole Anthony. This will be Cole Anthony's 4th season in the NBA. Last season, he averaged about 9.5 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, and about 3 assists per game. The Grizzlies here definitely got a great additions of depth and people that can either come off the bench or start, and give the Grizzlies players around Jamal Murray and Zach Edey that can help the Grizzlies become a bigger threat in the Western Conference. They lost in the first round. They were swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder this season. So potentially they were on the lookout for finding ways to give more depth to the team. I know the Magic were excited to get rid of KCP after signing him to such a large deal. The Grizzlies have taken on that deal and will hopefully find a place for KCP to be successful. Will the Nuggets be able to find trade value for Michael Porter Jr.? No. In my opinion, no, they will not. I've said this before, he will most likely not be getting traded this season just because of how high the market is right now for players like him that are more consistent. There are many other shooting guards or small forwards that have been more consistent, have been more present, have been more prolific in what they are doing in the NBA, more talked about than Michael Porter Jr. Teams are going to be pursuing these players instead of Michael Porter Jr. They're going to be going after these players that are on the uphill instead of plateauing or potentially on their downward slope till finishing out their career. Michael Porter Jr. is not old. However, it does seem that he is getting to the place in his career where no improvements are going to be made. He could prove me wrong. I would not complain if he proved me wrong as a Denver Nuggets fan. Please, Michael Porter Jr., come prove me wrong. Show me that you have not plateaued. Please come this next season and show me that you have not plateaued. And next year, he could have more trade value. The Denver Nuggets could get more in return for Michael Porter Jr. They will still not have near draft value to trade in order to get somebody to replace Michael Porter Jr. But if Michael Porter Jr. has a better season, he could be of more value to a trade. This Desmond Bane trade is encouraging and discouraging for the league. This was the first trade that was made, and it was a blockbuster trade with a lot of value being switched and a lot of value happening. I'm excited to see the other trades that happen. Most likely the Denver Nuggets will not be participating in any trades. If they do, definitely we'll hop on. If we see more rumors, we will hop on. If you want to drop in the comments below some trade ideas you have, we'd love to hop on getting those videos put together on those. Just let us know. So once again, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, go Nuggets.